This is the Irontrader. It is Tuesday morning. So as usual, we're going to review crude oil here and natural gas. Now remember, on crude oil, the API report will be out today at 4:30. And then on Wednesday, the EIA report will be out at 10:30. First of all, before we get started, I want to give a big shout out to UConn with a great game last night. UConn against Purdue. Purdue had a great year, and they just couldn't get it out. UConn, pretty, very tough team. So congrats to them. Okay, this video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, commodity, ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have crude oil, your daily and your weekly chart. Now, we can see here nothing has really changed that much. Now, yesterday, what we had a bottoming tail, and it was very, very nice here because this was a great trader yesterday because 84.69 was low. And you can look right to the left of the chart here, 84.64. So that was a really nice, good double bottom with a higher low. Oh, that was very, very good scalping there yesterday. Now, the previous day here, what we had on Fridays, you had a topping tail. And right now we have a little indecision candle. We have to see how it's all going to shake out. And it's also an inside day here so far. Now, you can see where the 8 SMA here moving up very nicely. 21-day moving up nicely. 50-day cross the 200-day. Always very, very bullish, very, very bullish chart. Now, this is the RSI, how what I was showing you, that just because it's up high, that doesn't mean it can't stay above 70. What that just means is it just has a lot of good strength to it. So it just doesn't want to sell off. In this time frame, going into a seasonality trade here, plus you got to understand with OPEC, they're cutting that 2.2 million barrels a day. Russia is cutting their oil rate on down here. So oil's going to be high for a while. And I think that's going to follow with gasoline prices. And it's going to be very, very tough because in the U.S. here, we have this political thing going on with the election. And no politician wants high gas prices. It's basically a tax on people. However, it's really out of their control because that SPR is drained right on down. So you really can't go there anymore. So this is going to be a very, very tough scenario. So expect some higher prices here in the oil crude. Now, any kind of a pullback is a buying opportunity. Okay, so let's just look at what we're going to look at today. We want to look at today's high. You're looking at that 86.98, and we want to look at yesterday's high, 87.10. Now, this was the resistance left yesterday, 87.22. It got within 12 cents, okay? So that's what we're going to be looking at is that 87.22, and then you have your nice big retest here of 87.63. Now, you can see our price channel here is curling over to the right here and flattening out just like we have here because we have a lot of days here on the outside. And usually when it goes on the outside like that, just like it here, it wants to come right back in towards that 8 day. And what does it do? Right towards that 8 SMA here. But this chart here, I should say, is very, very bullish here on the crude oil. Your green is over red, showing good positive momentum. Same with your MACD here on your weekly chart. RSI here, still plenty of room to run. Now, when we look here on the weekly, we're looking for that 67.63. That's that candle right there. That was last week's high. Okay, so 87.63. This is what we're looking for. Now, again, if we can get above that, then it's very easy. We just look at here. The next is going to be 87.83. That's going to be the next level. So you're basically within 20 cents, and then she's going to come here. You're looking at 88.29, and then this is what your really big target, that 89.85. Call her 90 bucks, okay? Then we just venture right to the left, 91.23, 91.88, 92.43, and this is what you're looking for. This is 95.03. Let's just say $95. So realistically, you're looking at next is 90 to 95, and then once you bust out there, then you're going to go right to the old Hondo at 100 bucks there. No question about it. So far here today, but it's only very, very early. We have an inside week here so far. It really needs to maintain by Friday that we want to hold that 82.63. That's always very, very bullish. This 8 day is getting closer to that 100 day. That's going to be very, very bullish. Across the 21, the 50 day. Now you got the last above here above this 100 day, and that's going to keep prices very, very high until you lose that 8 SMA. Okay, so today here's what we want to watch. You want to watch this candle here at that 87.22, and you want to watch 87.63. On the upside. If, big if, you can bust through all that here, then we have your your 87.83. But realistically, you're looking at that 88.29 level, and then we're looking at that 90 level. On the downside here, well, I should say what we're looking for here is key 85.62. This is very, very going to be very, very crucial support. Okay, so again, if that is lost, what we're going to do then is we're going to look to yesterday's low. Okay, so you're looking at that 84.69, 84.64 level. That will be next. And then if that's lost, then we can come over here to the bottom of this candle, looking at 83.85. And then top here, you look at 81, 83.20, 21. And right here is your 83.12. These are very, very crucial levels because this is where your breakout was. And then right underneath that, you have your 82.65, which lines up here pretty nice here with your 82.63. So you got good support levels. You have your 100-day on your weekly, and you have your 21-day here on your daily. So any pullback here, I don't think is going to come down to this level here. I think if it does sell down, I think you just have to watch this 85.62 and look for a scalping opportunity. If not, we look to the bottom of yesterday. So always look to the left of the chart and look at the previous days, the high, the low, and the close. So you had an 87.10, you had the low of 84.69, and you close at 86.57. Those become support and resistance levels here. Very nice. And then these are your key levels here, your simple moving averages. Okay, so right now, chart looks really, really bullish. We got to just see it's kind of indecision going on. Yesterday was a really good scalping opportunity. So let's see if we can do it again here today. So watch this key 8 SMA here on the downside. If it comes down to this area or just a lower here, maybe a retest of this, then we're looking for a good buying opportunity here. Now, again, another buying opportunity is if you close above 87.63, that tells me that she's going to go higher, just like we had here. So you got two really good buying opportunities here. Now, I won't be looking for any kind of anything on the short side, but I will be looking here on the long side. I am long, but I'm looking also to a scalp long also. Okay, let's take a look here at natural gas. Okay, here we have natural gas, your daily and your weekly chart. Now, I just kept on saying patience, patience, patience. I know it's not easy. A lot of times, I'm like, I guess the hell with this. I'm getting out of it, or I'm going to buy in or something. But patience will pay off big. Now, what do we have here? Okay, so we had 3 nice green candles. And you notice you couldn't get to that 50-day. I told you this is a brick wall, and it was. Okay, so we popped up, but it couldn't hold it. That's the key. Then we had a red candle. Then we had indecision candle. And then yesterday we had a really nice square candle here, that's always very bullish because what it did, it closed above the 21-day, the 8-day, and the 50-day. That's always very, very bullish. Okay, so that's what you always have to remember. Now, this 8-day I've been pointing out is eventually going to move up. That 50-day is going to come down, and you're going to have a cross. Okay, so now we do 1.82, and then we have here 1.80. So now your 8-day is crossed above your 50-day. That's bullish, and look what happens to the price. See, it pushes it right on up. So now what we're doing is we're looking at this price channel, which leveled off very, very nicely here now. So this is what we're looking at, 1.906. But that doesn't mean, just because it leveled off, it doesn't mean that it has to go sideways or sideways to down. That can curl right back up here real quick here too, okay? Just like here on this price channel where you had a green candle, and then look how that rolled right on up. Now, we haven't had too much of that on natural gas because it's been just selling right on off here. But now we're coming into the time period where this is starting to look pretty good. So let's look at the upside first. This is what we're looking for right here. Okay, so you're looking at this 1.906. That is going to be your next level right now, real time. You're sitting at 1.88. Okay, right above that, here we have 1.955. We have 1.98. Then this is the candle we're looking for. This is that 2.0. Okay, so that is going to be your upside target here on the intermediate. Okay, so then above this is what you're going to be looking for here, is this candle here, which is 2.168. That's going to be your big resistant level. Okay, and then what we come do is come over to your 21-day at 2.22, and then you have 2.26 here, your 100-day. So that is going to be upside. But what you really want to watch today is this 1.906. Okay, and then we want to watch 1.955, 1.98, and that 220. That is going to be very, very crucial. Okay. Obviously, if you can get above, then we can come right over here. You have your 2.04 a level, 2.10, 2.12, but that's the candle, 2.16 because that's the gap. Okay. Here's your fill. This is the gap. That's going to be very, very crucial. Right above that, you have your 21-day and your 100-day. So that is your upside. So now let's just take a look here at the downside. First of all, I want to point out this key 8 SMA that it needs to hold this. And look how nice it's rounding up here now. Okay, you have 3 weeks of red candles right into it, couldn't do anything. And then now you have 3 green candles. So this was a turnaround candle here. Okay, so we went up, and then last week, what did we do? We made a higher high and a higher low. Very, very nice. So far, we have a higher low. We don't have the higher high yet, but we could maybe possibly do that this week. So this is what you want to do. But it needs to hold this 1.746 on a closing basis by Friday. That is very, very crucial here to have that bullish pattern maintained. So let's just look at the downside. We want to watch this 8 SMA, 1.82. Very, very good support. 50-day right below it, 1.80. And then we come down to your 21-day here, sitting at 1.75. Okay, and then we have right there 1.746. So you have so much support level here, your 8 SMA, your 50-day. This chart is looking very, very nice. See how that 8-day rolled up, all the price goes above. When it rolls down, that price gets below, that 8-day just keeps it right on the ground. Okay, here's that contract roll, and then she rolled up, came down, but now we have that price above this. So let's just see if we can push it right above. Okay, RSI looking very, very good. MACD looking very, very bullish. And on here, this looks like this green is trying to curve above that red, and that would push it right up here to this 2.0 mark here, and then possibly to that 2.22 level. Okay, so now remember, it's not going to blast right on up here unless you have some kind of a catastrophic catalyst that's going to go on here. So just remember, one level at a time. You just have to be very, very patient like you were through all this time right through here. Be patient. But again, for a guy like me who's a trader, this was very, very good because I could go long and short, long and short, long and short. Now what we want to do is I have a long position here on the UNG, and I left that on yesterday, okay, overnight. I know I usually don't do that. However, because it closed above that 50 SMA. Okay, and that 8-day is rolling right on up. So you can see that in the after hours market where that 8-day is going to cross over. So that's why I left the trade on. Okay, so I usually don't do that in natural gas. Usually it was just a daily trade here, but I left the UNG on for those 2 simple reasons. Always have a reason why you're doing something. Don't just say, oh, I'm just going to buy it. I think it's going to go long. There's no thinking. There's no, I wish. There's no hope. That doesn't belong in trading. Charts belong in trading. Okay, so when you see it close above that 50-day, above the 8, above the 21-day, that tells me that I can go long and stay long. Okay, so today's candle is very, very good, and I'll be long unless it loses this 8 SMA, the 50-day, and comes down to the 21-day, then I'll be out of the trade. Okay, but right now, long and looking here for this right there, 1.906 level. Okay, let's take a look here on an hourly and a 4-hour chart. Okay, here we have your hourly chart now. This is looking here very, very good. Okay, so I always say look here to the left of the chart. And what do we have here so far? Okay, you got 1.895. Okay, so what are we at? Right there. That was the candle right there, 1.897. Okay, see how that works? Okay, we followed this candle here. We're all the way on up. We follow there. Now your next target is going to be 1.906. See how nice that is? This, I pointed out here, look at this W pattern. Very, very nice pattern going on with the W. When you see these W patterns, you got to really take advantage. Now, the key to these patterns is when it rolls on up, it comes down and rolls up. This is what it always has to maintain. Always look to the center of that pattern. That's 1.823, okay? So if it breaks above that, then she can rip higher. Now, a lot of times what it does, it'll come down here, make the W, and then it can sell right on off here. Also too, or it can either put in like a cup situation and then run up here. But in this case, this W pattern here, just beautiful, cracked above here, and then you start to rally all the way on up. So you just bring your levels here all the way across, just like we have here. There's the top of that candle. The next level we're looking for is that 1.906. Now on the downside, you can see where your 8 SMA here is curling up nice. That's going to become now your support level, 1.86, and then we have your 21-day 1.85. Very, very nice level. And then you could, if it does sell off here, then just watch the top of this candle at that 1.82. Just bring that right across, which lines up pretty nice right there. Okay, so that's what you always want to look for. Any kind of pattern, any kind of edge that can give you, money in the pocket. That's how that works. Okay. This here, 4-hour chart here, pretty much the same thing. There's your W pattern right there. Now, again, we're just looking here for that 1.90. If we break out of that, then we can, go right to that 2.0 level here. That's what we're looking at. But when you look at this overall chart here, okay, look at this overall chart. This is that level that you're looking for. And then what we can do, it's not going to go directly to that 2, but then we just take these price channels, see, right across here, come right there, and what do you have? 1.95. Bring this right across here. What do you have? 1.98. And then you have your 2.0 here. So these price channels are really helping. That's the blue lines here. So as this is going down, it notches down, but on the other side, it leads to notches right up. So when this reverses, that gives you all your resistant levels back on the upside. So what we're looking for today is we're looking for that 1.906. If we can get above that, then we just follow the candle, 1.95, 1.98, and then there's your retest at 2.0. Okay, so that's what we're looking for if it keeps on going higher. On the downside, obviously we just watch all these key simple moving averages here. First of all, you want to look at that price channel. That's 1.86. We have 1.83, and then we have your 21-day. But you can see how your 8 days are moving up. Your 21 days time to curl up. 50 days up. This is all looking very, very bullish. The key is going to be this candle at 1.906. Okay, that's what I got for you on the old crude ski and natty gas. I'll be back here midday trading, and we will review it and see what's happening at midday. All right, thanks for watching.